Live from Fox 13 News, this is Good Day Seattle.
All right, taking you back to Florida right now as we track Hurricane Ian and its path closer and closer to Florida's Gulf Coast. As the hurricane makes landfall, hospitals are also preparing for what's ahead as well.
And blood supply is critical right now ahead of the storm. Fox 13's Brian Flores in our newsroom with how our region is helping out folks in Florida. Brian?
Hey guys, good morning. You know, whenever there is a natural disaster or a big emergency, blood supply is always in need. Even when there isn't a natural disaster or a big emergency, blood supply always in need. So we're joined by Curt Bailey. He's president and CEO of Bloodworks Northwest. Curt, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's start with what type of blood is being sent to Florida, how much and how it gets distributed once the supply gets there.
So blood's being sent from the Pacific Northwest. We sent units of O-positive blood yesterday afternoon. And then we're joined by blood centers around the country who are sending shipments of blood to Florida in anticipation of major disruption and potential harm caused by this hurricane. And that blood is arriving and will continue to arrive in the coming days to ensure that all those patients who need blood can receive it, even as the hurricane continues to affect the entirety of the state.
And Curt, as people prepare for natural disasters like getting supplies, you know, tell us why preparing for the blood supply, trying to get blood supply is just as important.
Well, a healthy blood supply requires donations, and donations come from people. And right now, the people of Florida, are trying to ensure that they are in a safe spot and are able to ride out the hurricane if they're in its path. And during that time, transiting to a blood collection site is infeasible or even dangerous. And so the ability to collect blood in order to provide the blood that's needed for patients in Florida just simply can't happen. And as a consequence, as a community of Americans, we band together during these times and we provide the life-saving blood to those parts of the country that need it, whether it's Florida today or whether it's a snowstorm in the Pacific Northwest later on this year. We all need to help each other.
And along that donation line of questioning here, according to the Bloodworks Northwest website, the very own website, you know, our local blood supply is critically low. In fact, it says the supply is running on fumes right now as we look on the website. So will this donation hurt our local supply?
Well, it sure will if the community doesn't turn out to replenish it. Nationally, we've essentially been in a blood shortage now for about 2 years. And in the Pacific Northwest, our community is very generous, and we've been able to maintain adequate supply of blood for patients in need, but we don't carry a lot of extra blood. And so when there's an unusual need, like the hurricane in Florida, it drains the stocks. The shelves empty out. And that's in particular when we need the community to come on in and donate. And importantly, those persons who have never donated before, this represents really a remarkable moment of need when someone can decide, yep, this is the day when I'll donate for the first time, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to benefit patients here and potentially benefit patients all over the country.
And Curt, we do have to go right now, but I know that Bloodworks Northwest has added more appointment slots, so if people are interested, just visit the Bloodworks Northwest website. Curt Bailey, President and CEO of Bloodworks Northwest, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, we appreciate it. Back to you in the studio.